Hey, let's talk about resizing and repositioning your video. It might be that your footage is shot in some resolution far larger than the size you intend for the finished video to be. Or you might be trying to create a picture-in-picture effect or split screen. We'll cover both of those right now. Let's say you're shooting in 4K but finishing in 2K. First, as a one-time adjustment, let's open the Preferences by choosing Premiere, Preferences, Media, and make sure that the default media scaling is set to frame size. Now when we cut a new clip into our timeline, it's going to automatically be scaled down to fit the entire shot into the frame, as you can see here. For reasons that we'll just call math, sometimes you're going to see a little bit of black on the edges of the frame. That's because the clip doesn't scale perfectly into the size of the sequence. That's okay. We can make an adjustment by selecting the clip and opening up the Effect Controls panel. If you don't have that open, you can get to it by choosing Window, Effect Controls. From here you can adjust the scale of the clip, either by typing numbers, by twirling open this arrow and using a slider, or by simply clicking and dragging on the number itself. Maybe the boom is in the shot and you'd like to zoom in a little bit? No problem. Especially not when your scale is below 100%. The higher you go over 100%, the more pixelated and gross your footage is going to look. The same techniques can be used on the other properties of the video, like position, or rotation, or opacity. One last method for making changes is to simply click the word motion and then drag your footage where it needs to go. Now let's say you've got your shot where it needs to be, but it's part of a conversation, and you want all of the other clips in the scene to match with exactly the same settings. Luckily, you don't have to set them all individually. Select the clip with the good settings in the timeline and choose Edit, Copy, or for God's sake, use Command-C to copy. Then select all of the other clips that you want to match and choose Edit, Paste Attributes. Choose the attribute you want to paste, in this case motion, and you're done. As always, I suggest setting a keyboard shortcut for paste attributes. I like to use Option V. While you're at it, you can set Paste Insert to Shift V, and then V is just a bunch of paste. Command V for regular paste, Option V for paste attributes, and Shift V for paste insert. Paste, paste, paste.